Hey guys, it's been a while since I uploaded anything to this channel. I really want to go outside and shoot some vlogs, shoot some bike related videos, but it's raining outside and I have a lot of gloves here with me. I've recently expanded the amount of gloves that I'm using on a day-to-day basis, so I figured I'd talk about those. So there are 5 gloves here. All of them are for different purposes. I use them in different scenarios. They're all good at different things. And so yeah, I'd love to walk you through why I have each one of them and why you should get each one of them. Please excuse the sweat, it is very hot here and I'm shooting with no fans on. So first off, these are the Tiivra street gloves. This is the shadow version and this is the twister version. Full disclaimer, I work at Tiivra. I'm in the product design and content creation teams. So yes, I do like our products. I do have a lot of our products. But I use these because they're genuinely good gloves. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that in traffic, when you're commuting in the city, when there's a lot of start-stop traffic going along, there's a lot of heat, there's a lot of possibility for sweat, I don't think you can do better than these. They're made from Kai-Tai fabric, they're super dexterous, they're very breathable. So they're basically just very non-intrusive in the way they act. You can just throw a pair of these on, go anywhere through traffic, not through traffic, any weather pretty much, and you'll be good to go. They're very comfy, they don't get in the way, and they just blend very nicely with whatever you're doing on your motorbike. So the shadow ones have an enclosed knuckle, the twister ones have an external knuckle, but aside from that, they're pretty similar. They've got one palm slider, and they're also available in many more color and graphic schemes. So you can check that out on our Tiivra website. And there's a few new versions coming out as well, which I think are really cool as well. So follow our Tiivra social so you don't miss the launch of those. The next pair is quite a chonky boy. This is the Solace Versadry. Now I use these only in monsoons and winters and mostly only for rides, not really in the city, because I use them for commute sometimes if it's super raining heavily and I absolutely have to get to work, because even these fabric gloves and leather gloves, they're not ideal for the situation. Fabric is better since it dries quicker, but this just takes the cake. The textile of this is waterproof, it stops water from getting inside, and there's insulation on the inside, which is a bit of a hit or miss situation. It's great in cold weather, but I would have liked something that's only waterproof as well. I'm looking for a pair of those for potentially next monsoon, since monsoon of this year is almost over now. This wiper feature, amazing. This thumb wiper really cleans off the visor. It's not a gimmick, it's genuinely very useful. The palm has some amount of leather on it as well as a slider, so grip is superb as well. The thing is, because the insides are fuzzy and insulated, if water does somehow get in, which is very tricky, it usually won't happen. But if it does, it soaks up the water, it stays wet, and getting it dry again is a pain in the ass. So during a ride, if water gets inside, the rest of the ride can get uncomfortable. So as far as possible, just wear them in such a way that water won't get in and you'll be good to go. Pretty solid gloves, not recommended for city use. If it's raining during a ride, long ride, wear them, they're fantastic. Alpinestars SP-8 version 2, we're getting into the serious full gauntlet category. Now my uncle actually had these. He gave them to me, so they're slightly used. I've been using them for quite a few months. I've had a crash in them as well. Came out pretty alright. So yeah, that's pretty good. These are full leather. Alpinestars says that they are in between serious street riding and track gloves, which confuses me because then why isn't there a palm slider? There's padding but no slider. Slightly confusing. I don't know why that happened. If you do know why this is the case, please do let me know in the comments. That there's always scope to learn more. But overall, these are among the comfiest full gauntlets I've ever worn. So they're serious riding gloves, but you can throw them on and just chill out. Great dexterity and the fit is awesome as well. Not to mention they look really cool. But these are not the primary gloves that I would go for if I'm going for a long ride in non-monsoon weather. That would be these. These are the Rynox Storm Evo 2s. I love this color. The color is actually the reason that these gloves caught my eye. The sand brown, I think, just stands out really nicely. There's a carbon fiber slider here. There's 2 palm sliders by Nox. I think this is an amazing product. This is not the most comfortable glove in all of the 5 that I have right now, but it is one of the most secure and firm gloves, which I think is important for these targeted high intensity rides that we have. Even on long tours, these would be the ones that I have. So if I'm going for a few day trip somewhere, Goa or something, this is what I would wear while going there. But this is what I would wear once I get there, if that makes sense. Ventilation is reasonably good. The Storm Evo 3s have better ventilation because they have individual finger vents, but these are still not bad considering you'll be wearing them out on the highway in the ghats at reasonably high speed. The wind flow generally keeps your hands fine. Dual fastening system, which is great, is better than the one on this actually. You get a much more personalized fit because of the dual buckle. one buckle and one velcro. And once you've broken in the leather, they get reasonably comfortable as well. Overall, a very good sport touring glove, which I don't use that much, only on rides, but when I do, I have a good time. I think it's important to have a reasonably wide array of gloves in your gear armada. If 2 is doing it for you, that's great. If 3 is doing it for you, do that. It's very unlikely that one glove is going to work in all situations, primarily the use case being street versus out on the highway. Might want something more serious for the highway, or might want something a little more chill and dexterous for everyday use. All of these do a few things very well, some of these do many things very well, and I use all of them. It's not like one of them is just sitting in a drawer somewhere. They're all in use. To summarize, city use, the Tiivra street gloves, amazing. Monsoons and winter rides, Solace Versadry, can't really go wrong. Short to moderate focused rides, Alpinestars SP-8 V2, even for commute sometimes. And serious long rides, we go with the Rynox Storm Evo 2. If you have any questions about my usage and my experience with any of these, please feel free to drop a comment. And if you have any specific questions about the Tiivra gloves or any of our other Tiivra products, drop a question regarding that as well. I'll be more than happy to help out. I'm Devashish Puranik. This is the Extra Devya YouTube channel. Let me know what more content you'd like to see on the channel. Hopefully, I'll be much more regular now. Subscribe to stay tuned and ride safe.